Alright, this is Banjo-Kazooie 100% tournament between SecretHumorMan and Mo05eman. And to start off, for 100%, it requires all 100 jiggies, 900 notes, and 24 honeycomb pieces. And for now, they're just going to be getting the honeycomb pieces in Spiral Mountain. I'm pretty sure they both use Furnace Fun moves, which is a major glitch, which I'll explain a little more later. Got that first backflip, so that's good, first try. Because that one can be a bit tricky. Continuing to get the honeycomb cells. Hey! Yeah, but like I said, not too much going on. Not too much can happen here. So it's all about getting to the lair and getting to Mumbo's Mountain, so. And we're going to get to a backflip, which is important to make because otherwise you end up talking to bottles and that wastes time. So it looks like SecretHumorMan got it, so that's good. He didn't have to talk to bottles. Waste 2 seconds. That's great. I got that first jiggy, gonna head into Mumbo's Mountain. Alright, so with Mumbo's Mountain, there's just a lot of annoying little things, and making mistakes add up is the thing. So you're gonna be wanting to get everything as fast as possible and hopefully not a lot of obstacles in their way. The first major thing in this level would be Ticker's Tower. That can cause a lot of trouble if you don't get it up very fast, so, or get up it very fast rather, but SecretHumorMan's entering it, and it's gonna be, yep, going through it in Talon Trot, as well as Mo05eman too. Got up there pretty alright. Or looks like Mo05eman. Alright, they made it up. Good, good. Ah, he had a little tumble there. It's not good. Alright. Yep, Ticker's Tower. And the next frustrating thing that's coming up is they're going to be battling Conga. And yep, you want him to hit those orange panels, of course. Sometimes you have to hesitate because he won't throw them as fast. You just want to make sure he gets those. Alright, gonna learn eggs. So, that's good. Hey. Alright, see, it's very frustrating. SecretHumorMan, he wants to hit Conga at that ledge, but sometimes you can miss. It's just waste time. You want to hit him. It's a little tricky to aim. Alright, and then Mooseman just opts to defeat Conga right there. So that's good. Alright, and they're gonna be hitting the huts. And they're gonna run into Mumbo's hut to get some notes. So that's good. Alright, and so SecretHumorMan's going to be shooting eggs into Juju, which, again, this is also very irritating when Juju doesn't cooperate. You want to get those in as fast as possible, get the honeycomb cell, and then get his Jiggy. So. Hey, Cascron. Hey, Hag. Hey, everyone. SecretHumorMan's going to be getting that cell, and then the blue Jinjo. It's really important that he jumps into the water holding the Jiggy, otherwise Banjo dances. And that's 10 seconds, I think? It's a lot of time, so he got it, so that's great. You don't want to have Banjo do the 10-second long dance, because the dance is basically Banjo celebrating getting the last Jiggy. Or more of his normal dance, so. Right, SecretHumorMan's going to be doing Ticker's Tower, which is also takes a little practice. You know, gotta get those inputs in, but looks like he got it. Okay, good. Mooseman got the Jiggy Jig skip too, that's great. Yeah, see, it can be a little tricky. Mooseman almost got the Jiggy, but he's just a little too... There, he got it. So, SecretHumorMan opened Treasure Trove Cove and Clankers Cavern, and he's gonna go into Treasure Trove Cove, which is a very difficult level. It's one of the beginning levels, but there's a lot that can happen. A lot can go wrong in this level. It's a lot of interesting stuff. Alright, so they're gonna get Blubber's treasure. One of the first things they're gonna do, so they can get his Jiggy. He doesn't have his gold. So he's crying about it. He's gonna learn flight. Yep, and you want Blubber to be standing so that you can just grab it right away, but with SecretHumorMan that didn't happen. So. Right, he's going to be going into flight soon. It's the first flight section. He wants to get that note and the Jiggy in flight without landing. Okay, so he got that first note. Good. Yeah, Treasure Trove Cove has these flight sections that are very important, and that you collect everything in flight. Alright, and looks like SecretHumorMan having a little trouble with the stairs. Like I said, frustrating. And it can also be laggy in that area, so... Okay. SecretHumorMan got in the alcove, got the Jiggy, and it looks like, meanwhile, Mooseman's got his flight section pretty well, so that's good. Okay. Looks like SecretHumorMan took some damage there from that fall. He's gonna get this honeycomb cell. It's important you quick dive. Make sure you get down low to get it. So he's gonna be heading towards Nipper. So SecretHumorMan opts to do Nipper the casual way, which is okay, but you know. But there's a faster way of doing it, but he opts not to, which is alright, you know? Meanwhile, Mooseman's gonna be doing that second flight section in the alcove. Mooseman did. Alright. Alright, so they're going to be getting the rest of the notes. Make sure they hit all the X's, because that's a Jiggy after you hit all the X's. Looks like Leaky's coming up. Okay, good. So instead of dropping down to Leaky, you can poop eggs from a certain spot. They'll drop down into Leaky and you don't have to drop down. It's pretty good. Saves time. SecretHumorMan's going into the third So it can be very frustrating, obviously, as they all can be. So Jinjo, the pink Jinjo. Good. Alright, Mooseman had a little trouble with Nipper. He wants to make sure. You want to make sure you don't die to Nipper, because it can happen, so definitely don't want to die in any of the levels, unintentionally. Intentionally for the, what is it? Warp? So we can death warp. There we go. So, alright, Mooseman. Oh, he doesn't want to die. Okay, good, good. He didn't die. That's great. I was a little worried there. Yeah. Alright, so SecretHumorMan's going to be headed into the sandcastle. And after that, he's gonna, like I said, death warp out. Yep, so as you can see in here, you just spell Banjo-Kazooie through the little tiles, and you want to do it as fast and optimally as possible. Alright, so let's make sure. You want to grab that Jiggy before you die, obviously. Yep, he got it. Alright, good. Alright, so SecretHumorMan is exiting Treasure Trove Cove, and he will be entering Clankers Cavern soon. Yep, and before you do that, you want to activate this cauldron, of course, because we will be using it later. Alright, so SecretHumorMan's entering Clankers Cavern, and this level relies on cycles. It's a cycle-based level. So, I believe everything matters, basically, when you enter the level. You want to be doing everything as fast and optimally as possible so you can get the best cycles possible. Alright, meanwhile, Mooseman will be death warping soon. Okay, well, Mooseman is going to have to do that longer Jiggy Jig because the crab was a bit away, so... Alright, so Mooseman got the death warp, good. SecretHumorMan getting these notes at the bottom of the level, which as a kid, well for me, it was pretty scary. It's going to be wanting to get those gloop bubbles and raising Clanker by swimming through the key. It's got the bubble. That's good. Yeah, I guess so, Kestron. Clankers Cavern can be scary as an adult too. It's a very... I don't know how to describe it. It's just very morose, like sad looking level, and of course, you know, poor Clanker. Alright, so SecretHumorMan is going to be jumping up here to hit the teeth. For the teeth to raise, and then he's going to try. Okay, good. He got in. Nice. Alright, so SecretHumorMan is approaching the rings, and you want to end with the timer ending at 22. 21's good. 20's okay, and then anything below that is less good, but just want to make sure you get through the rings optimally. And while he's doing that, Mooseman is Clanker. Alright, 19 rings. That's fine. Right, so right now it's the Banjo-Kazooie, but there's more games on this channel. Alright, so SecretHumorMan going for the bolt jump. And he just missed it, so... I hear it's difficult, can be inconsistent, but you do save time by grabbing that pole. So... Alright, he's gonna get this honeycomb cell. He's gonna want to backflip into it. Oh, did he get it? Oh, well, he ground pounded. I don't know if he got the actual honeycomb cell. Looks like he didn't, because it looks like he's going back for it. Yeah, you want to backflip, grab the honeycomb cell, and you're gonna backflip back up. That's what you want to do. Okay, there we go. That's what he wanted to do. Unfortunately, again. Alright, so SecretHumorMan's going inside Clanker. He's gonna hit the witch switch and traverse these blades. Alright, so now he's gonna learn gold feathers, and by walking on a particular seam of this room, he shouldn't get hit. Oh, he got hit again. Yeah, but like I said, walking on that seam... Oh, Mooseman took a tumble. He's gonna have to go back up there for the notes. Alright, Mooseman also went for the bullet jump, but again, did not get it, so... Like I said, I hear it's really hard, so... Alright, so SecretHumorMan will be entering the area with the snippets, which can cause problems if they do not cooperate. So, see how he does here. Ah, he didn't get up on the pipe though. Unfortunate. Right, but he... almost done with this level though. That's one of the last things you do is snippets. Meanwhile, Mooseman is going inside Clanker for those notes, learn gold feathers, among other things. Oh, okay. There are two PBs, so SecretHumorMan's PB is 2:17:25, while Mooseman's PB is 2:33:21. Pretty sure those are both of their PBs. And whoever wins this round will be facing our Obliterator. So that's what's going on with this game. Alright, so SecretHumorMan Death Warping out. The Bubble Gloop Swamp. Right, so... You're right, about 15 or so minutes apart. SecretHumorMan in the lead, but anything can happen. J-Flow, I am a runner. I haven't really run in quite a while, but yeah, I'm not in the tournament. PG Godfather, how's it going? Alright, so currently SecretHumorMan is going to open FP, and how he's going to do that is by jumping into the piranha water. The reason you take damage is because there's little piranhas in there and they bite you. So he's just going to jump through the entrance just like that in Talon Trot, and he's going to open Freezy Peak. Actually, I think they intended you to use the boots, or you could... I wonder if you could walk in there as the crocodile and solve the puzzle. Anyway, we do this because it's faster, and I always thought it was really cool. Gloop Swamp. Alright, yeah, and so SecretHumorMan had to get those... had to get the health, really, because Bubble Gloop Swamp, you want to manage your health here, because you're going to be taking a lot of damage. Alright, and it looks like Mooseman just finished Clankers Cavern, so he'll be entering. So he's gonna grab that Mumbo token and break open this egg. Use all kinds of moves to break the egg. Anyway. Taking a lot of damage through the swamp because of the little piranhas biting you. You're gonna want to traverse it that way. Alright, and then, of course, you have to activate the crocodiles. Another will appear. So that's what SecretHumorMan just did. This little timed section, once you get used to it, it's not so bad, but, you know, you can fall off and that can actually kill the run, really, if you die, or you could just take a lot of damage and waste time. But after you practice it with the right camera angles, it's usually not too bad. Alright, so SecretHumorMan is approaching the mud huts. He opts to not climb above them. You can climb on top of them and jump to the next one, aside from one. But if you fall off of it, it's just really bad. You don't want to fall off the mud huts. Alright, so here... Oh, yeah, the cutscenes for the Witch Switch and the Croctus, unfortunately, failed that. It can happen, but when done correctly, it saves 7 or 8 seconds, I believe, because the cutscenes are playing at the same time instead of separately. Nothing too exciting. SecretHumorMan is just going to be getting the notes and the Jinjo up here. Meanwhile, Mooseman broke open the egg. Alright, so this turtle, his name's Chanked Up, and you're gonna ground pound all of his feet so that you can do a mini game with Tip Tup. Alright, so it's gonna be approaching Tip Tup's choir. So it's RNG. You want a good pattern with the turtles, so you're gonna want turtles to be close together, like nearby. This is far. Alright, and with Mooseman you saw him demonstrate how to jump up on top of the mud hut. It's a good thing he didn't fall or anything too. He also just missed that witch switch overlap. Like I said, it saves time if you can do it. Alright, so now SecretHumorMan is going to make his way to a little maze. Has a bunch of notes you need to get. And then we'll turn into the crocodile. Yeah, so Tip Tup is in Diddy Kong Racing. I didn't know that for a long time either. Man, this Jiggy. When I was a kid, I had a lot of trouble with this Jiggy, and even as an adult, I'm not gonna lie, I've run this game and I still have trouble with it, to be honest. So, just want to be careful, make sure you grab it without falling. Mooseman is playing the Tip Tup minigame. Alright, yeah, so SecretHumorMan turning into the crocodile. vial soon. Oh, hey, Brad, sure. I didn't get your message. No problem, no problem. Alright, so, here we go. SecretHumorMan walking up to Mr. Vile, the greediest croc of all. And so, there's really nothing you can do here. It's just 3 minutes worth of battling Vile. But you're gonna want to collect the collectibles while you're doing this minigame because there's really no reason not to. Is that you, obviously that you win the rounds. You don't want to lose to Mr. Vile, that's catastrophe. Oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing the Vile song, but there is a Vile song, you know. Yeah, and because of, I mentioned earlier they're using Furnace Fun moves. Because of FFM, you have the speedy shoes here. So, losing here is harder than it used to be. Used to be you didn't have the speedy shoes, so now that you have the speedy shoes, it's a little more safer. A lot better. Alright, so it's round 3, and every 10 seconds it's gonna alternate between the Yumblies and the Grumblies. So, of Mr. Vile. Alright, so soon be playing the Vile minigame. Alright, so okay. SecretHumorMan got good RNG with Mr. Vile. You want him to be at the end of the match, so you can just get the Jiggy and get out. Don't want him to be at the back of the room. That's not good. I don't know what y'all are talking about with the scuffed thing, but okay. And yes, we would not want anyone's power to go out during a race. That would not be nice or good. Alright, so he's at the last part of Bubble Loop Swamp. You just want to collect what's left, and then Death Warp using this Buzz Bomb. Alright, so he's out. Alright, so after Bubble Root Swamp, he will be headed into Gobi's Valley after a few lair chores. Alright, so this is a really cool lair Jiggy. He's going to be using the shot spring pad to jump onto Grunty's statue just like that, get the Jiggy here. Otherwise, you would have to... Anyway, point is, this is a really cool skip. Really great, easy way to get the Jiggy. Alright, and again, a really cool skip, you can get the sarcophagus Jiggy by using the shot spring pad and rolling into it. You don't have to hit the witch switch in Gobi's Valley by doing that. Alright, so Mooseman defeated Vile. He will be exiting Bubble Loop Swamp soon. Valley. There's a lot of interesting, difficult things in this level for speedrunning. It can cause a lot of trouble. A lot of things can lose you a lot of time if they don't go well, so it can be bad, but Gobi's Valley. Alright, so he's gonna jump through this first ring. And after that, the rings that spawn are RNG. But, he got Swag Ring, so... that's a really good RNG ring he got. Get that. Swag Ring. Oh, sorry, Betos, so... They're using Furnace Fun moves, which is a glitch that allows them to have stall of the moves starting in Mumbo's Mountain. So... Alright, so SecretHumorMan doesn't do Gobi Clip. You can do Gobi Clip. It's a little glitch you can do. It saves time. Clip into Sphinxy, basically. But yeah, he's gonna opt not to do that. Trick, anyway. Really inconsistent, but it does save time if you can get it. Alrighty then. Alright, so when he exits this pyramid, he's gonna want a specific camera angle so he can get the next ring without using flight or anything. He just wants to... Okay, he made it up the ring, that's great. If you miss that ring, there's a backup, but it's... The backup isn't very fun, trust me. Alright, you're gonna... Well, he's gonna shoot eggs into... They're called the Ancient Ones, I believe. SecretHumorMan. Okay then. Meanwhile, Mooseman's making his way towards Gobi's Valley. Alright, so he's gonna enter this pyramid to play the matching tile game. The tiles are always going to be the same. Some people do the pattern, some people do the pattern a little differently than others do. And get out, basically, as fast as possible. Let's just say I woke up and I was sick to my stomach. Anyways, yeah, so we got the Jiggy. Mooseman is going through the first ring. Good. Unfortunately, Mooseman didn't get swag ring. It's always good when you get swag ring. Alright, so got the second ancient one. Oh, did he miss it? Oh dang. Okay, well, the reality is the ancient ones are very annoying. Like, infamously annoying. You want to shoot 3 eggs inside, but... Going for Gobi Clip. Very ambitious. He didn't get it though. Unfortunate. But yeah, so he demonstrated how you would go about getting it. Unfortunately, he didn't get it. Alright, so he's gonna be trying to get this Grabba Jiggy. We all remember Grabba, right? Come on. He's mean. Alright, so he got it. Good, good. SecretHumorMan entering this pyramid. Wants to get 6 eggs inside, and Jiggy, of course. Yep, Grabba. And not a fun time. He holds the Jiggy and just laughs. Because he has it. He's not too big of a problem for us, though. Alright, so he's going to be entering this ring, which isn't too bad. And he has entered all the rings at this point, so... Spawns the Jiggy. Last of the ancient ones. As I said, very annoying. Very annoying. Gonna beak bomb to this cactus honeycomb cell. You need to grab that. And break the boulder so you can free Gobi. Alright, so Mooseman missed that second ring, and he's gonna be, looks like he's going for the backup. Oh, he made it up! That's really good. Getting that backup first try is really good, so... Hey, Smasher. Alright, so with this Jiggy here, in this pyramid, it lowers the water. And the water fills the moat. Mooseman's doing the tile minigame. Alright, so SecretHumorMan entering King Sandybutt's tomb. And he's not happy that you're disturbing it, let's just say. And there's a really cool way to make it really fast if you can, rather than through it, so you can see he's trying to get up there. Yeah, so that's what you want to do. A little bit saves time. Alright, he's going to be doing a little quick dive here. I didn't talk about quick dives, but they're a very interesting technical part of speedrunning Banjo-Kazooie. We use them quite frequently, so they're really cool too. Alright, so we're gonna hit Gobi to get this Jiggy. Gobi takes quite a bit of abuse in Banjo-Kazooie, in case you didn't know. He gets hit up quite a bit. Gotta grab a Jiggy, good. So, SecretHumorMan, he's going to be leaving shortly. Poor Gobi, poor Gobi. This is his valley after all, it's Gobi's valley, so... Alright, so... Anyway, you're just gonna collect these last notes and Death Warp out. But obviously, as you can see, you wanna make sure you get all those notes before Death Warping. SecretHumorMan had to use his gold feathers. He got hit by the little beetle. Dang. Yeah, you're right, he's not safe in the next game. Gobi Suffers some abuse in that game too, dang. Alright, so gonna be Mad Monster Mansion. So he's gonna traverse the lair so he can open it. Alright, Mooseman's entering King Sandybutt's tomb. Alright, that's good. He made it up there. He's gonna turn the camera so he can... Alright, so something to talk about. Of course, you don't have to collect all of the Mumbo tokens, of course, but you do want to get a fair amount. There's a Mumbo token route. And if you miss one, there's always backups, but you gotta make sure you have enough. You wanna make sure by the end of Click Clock Void you can turn into the bee and all that good stuff. You don't want to be short on tokens. You know, I could be wrong, but I think Mooseman might be using a different route than Secret does for Gobi's Valley. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is a different route. Alright, so up here, of course, you want to make sure you open this gate because we need to go in there as the pumpkin later. So, yep, make sure you open that gate. SecretHumorMan will be entering Mad Monster Mansion. Alright, so just like with that gate, he's going to be opening windows because the pumpkin has to go in there. As far as I know, I've been trying to watch both of the runners. I don't think anything terrible happened to Mooseman, but as I said before, SecretHumorMan, he has a 217.25, and Mooseman has a 233. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I think nothing terrible has happened to him, Mooseman, that is. Alright. You want to be a little careful on top of the mansion, of course, because falling is a costly thing. You don't want to fall off the mansion. slip it, slide off, whatever. You just don't want that to happen. You don't want to wake Napper up. If you fall on the floor or whatever, you'll wake Napper up, and that wastes a lot of time. Do not wake Napper up. Luckily, SecretHumorMan did not. So good. Well, it can, I guess, anyway. If you're not careful, you can fall off, and obviously you don't want to do that. I just felt like it was worth saying, because, I mean, I've fallen off a little. Don't want to slip off of it. You have to go back up of it, or go back up it, anyway. SecretHumorMan's going through the maze, little hedge maze, and, collecting the notes, the Jinjo, so he can get to the other side. Alright, so he got it. He's gonna be doing the pots right now. Not much to say about him, you just want to do him as fast as possible. Don't want to get errors or miss it too many times. Alright. Looks like Moose-man's gonna be opening up the Mad Monster Mansion, and we'll be entering it in a little bit. Gate, because you're gonna be going to the church later. Be doing the little tumbler minigame. Tumbler, whatever. It's just like, you know, you're gonna spell Banjo-Kazooie. Somebody pointed out to me that it's a Ouija board, and I hadn't realized that. Yeah, so. Alright, so we got it. It's gonna get the Jiggy. Then it's going to exit. Yep. Alright, so looks like SecretHumorMan will be entering the church, and there's a lot of in here. There's the ghosts, which can cause a lot of trouble. Things like that. Yeah. Alright, cool. He got the Blue Jinjo dance skip. It's really nice when you can get it. Otherwise, you know, he's gonna just do his little dance and that wastes time. Let's not... We don't want Banjo to dance if we can help it. We just want to get the jiggies and go. Yeah, so as you can see, they're really rude ghosts, and you can only kill them with gold feathers. They're just an annoyance, they can knock you down, things like that. You just want to get the notes on these pews, and then you're going to be climbing up the organ. Yeah, so... Alright, so he's always gonna play the same tune, it's always gonna be the same pattern. For me to memorize it, it took me a long time, but he's always gonna play the same pattern, and you can play it faster than he can, so just get ahead of him. Also, of course, there's a cheat sheet too. If you need one, just pull up the cheat sheet and just follow the pattern. Done. And keep in mind, in case you haven't realized, it's an organ, it's not a piano. That's a furnace fun question, so it's an organ. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna he's gonna traverse the scaffolding. I've never fallen down from it, but it's kind of scary, not gonna lie. And he's gonna use ground pound invincibility to get down here. You can fall and damage cancel off the queue as well. With the ground pound invincibility, you don't want to land on top of the ghost because you'll die. You'll actually die, and that's pretty much run over. That's just a warning if you want to do ground pound invincibility. It's just something to keep in mind. Alright, so Mooseman's going through the maze, and SecretHumorMan's on top of the church. Looks like people are just having a grand old time in the chat, but you know, grand old time, so... Oh, he wants to make sure he gets that note. Oh, he fell. That's not good. He's gonna have to go all the way back in just to get that note. Okay. So from here, he's going to be entering Mumbo's hut into... It's going to turn into the pumpkin, which is a very cute transformation, I would say. Very cute. And of course, like I said, it's good to collect the Jiggies either as a transformation, either by swimming or flying, because it skips Banjo dancing. And him dancing is about 4 seconds. So it adds up by skipping those little dances. Alright, so he's got a few more notes to collect. This Jiggy right here. If you're playing the game, running the game, and you want to collect that Jiggy, don't hold any input, just let the pumpkin drop down. If you hold an input, you'll miss it. Just keep neutral for that Jiggy. Alright, so he's entering the well. Gonna grab these last notes, the token here, as pumpkin, and then we'll be death warping out of it. Alright, so that was Mad Monster Mansion. He will water for Rusty Bucket Bay. Transform back and just hit that layer, or what am I trying to say, that layer switch to raise the water. Right, so as soon as you do that, you're going to reset the console. You enter your file and traverse to Freezy Peak. So that's, the reset is in the route, so. Mo05eman is inside the church, so he's a ways behind, but like I said, anything can happen. Alright, so entering Freezy Peak. There's a few interesting things in this level, and of course, like any other, there are things that can go wrong. It's gonna be, first thing he's gonna do is the Twinklies minigame, which we don't really have to do, as you'll see. We hit the first muncher, and since they're not on screen anymore, really, they're not even there, so you can just stand here and let the game play itself, basically. It's a nice little break. Yeah, I agree. Freezy Peak, festive, very fun. It's probably my favorite, if not one of my favorites for sure. Alright, so he did Twinklies, he's gonna hit the switch. The star here. And make sure you grab that pink Jinjo. Alright, so the star, SecretHumorMan opting to do a very safe way to do the star. You can do, it's called Yellow Star, where you beak bomb straight into the star, and then flutter through it and ground pound. It basically gets all of the fly-throughs or what have you, so Yellow Star is just a really fast way of doing it, but if you mess it up, it's not good, so you're gonna get, it's gonna try to get that pipe jiggy. His beak bomb didn't hit it, so it just has to fly through it. Oh, King Friday. What a silly goose. Anyway. Make sure you hit Boggy, because we're gonna race them later. Boggy races are a lot of fun, so... Alright, so SecretHumorMan is gonna climb this little Christmas tree. He's gonna get the Jiggy, and then the 12 notes underneath.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Finished eating dinner.
Alright, alright.
I'm Hyper Resonance for those in the chat.
Also known as Brad, in case anybody didn't know.
One of the few people in the community that almost exclusively goes by that.
Alright, so, SecretHumorMan's doing the Sir Slush section.
So I just gotta load up this commentary stream here.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Cool, cool.
So Mooseman did an interesting route choice there. He climbed over the hedges instead of going through the courtyard area.
Huh. Because I've noticed he's been doing a little different route than I expected, so...
I don't really know what to expect for these guys. I don't watch them too often, and I've been seeing a lot of things that are not usual.
Right.
So.
Right.
So Secret coming up to the first Boggy race.
Yes.
And he's going to try to collect as much stuff as he can during the race. There's a strat that you can do to get all of the notes on the right leg here.
Right.
I'm guessing he's probably not going to go for it because it's pretty risky.
Right.
Oh, okay. Nope,
All
he
right.
decided to go for the one note.
Alright.
Jump back.
He doesn't like the risky things, but you can't really blame him, but...
Not during a tournament race, especially.
Of course.
Alright. Oh, I missed one flag.
Gotta get all the flags. Don't want to lag behind.
So if you're more than 3 flags behind Boggy and then he gets a little bit more distance, you lose.
Right.
And if you're 3 or more flags ahead of Boggy, he just starts really catching up to you. So if you want to make sure you don't lose, you don't want to get too far ahead because then he'll just rubber band at the end and catch up. But it looks like he's not going too fast here, so Secret gets the win.
Yep, first Boggy race. It's good to see them Wahays. Nice, nice.
And Secret's like a half a level ahead, but you know, this is anyone's race really still. One death could mean the lead for the next person.
Definitely, definitely. I didn't get to say it, but if you die without having all 100 notes, you have to collect them all again. So.
Yep.
That's why it's really bad.
Yep, and then certain puzzles will reset. Like, for example, the X's and TTC. If you die, you have to do all of them again. Mooseman went for those feathers there, although he has, like, a lot. He has 35.
Yeah, he wants to be up on those resources, I guess. I don't know.
Just, you know, a little swag backflip for Boggy before he continues on here.
Okay.
Did you explain the Twinklies?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Alright, so Secret's gonna be getting the last present, and then this snowman Jiggy, and then he's gonna go turn in the presents.
Right.
Kind of an issue with the routing in this level is if you die with the presents as well, you have to collect them again. And
Oh, wow.
You can't end the level with the presents and then death warp and then turn them in. So you have to detour all the way over to Boggy's here. Seems out of the way, but it's really unavoidable.
Right.
But a quick beak bomb from the nose there is the best way to get back to Boggy.
It's pretty cool too, because you just
kind of
right
slide
down
on that cliff there. Yeah. Alright, let's see if Mooseman goes for YOLO Star. I'm willing to bet he doesn't. Nope.
Right.
Oh, he's just taking it nice and easy here.
Yep. Yep.
And he also detoured for the notes are on that blue present for doing the star. I guess he just doesn't want to go for that during the race.
Okay.
And Secret wants to get at 5 health here, because after this race, we're going to do a death warp in Waza's cave.
Yes, and it
5
requires
health is the perfect number for that. Alright, you got the pipe Jiggy, had to get the dance. Now, Secret's gonna... he already got all the left leg notes, so doesn't have to worry about possibly losing the race here.
Yep.
A couple more notes to get and the green Jinjo along the way. Alright. Boggy's not going to be rubber banding here, looks like, so...
Right, shouldn't be
Secret
too
should
bad.
get the easy win on second race.
Alright.
And he's almost done with Easy Peak. Now this orange Jinjo in here gives you the slow 10 Jiggy dance, but it's pretty unavoidable in terms of routing this level.
Right.
It's not really worth it to try to skip an 8-second dance and go really far out of your way.
Of course, right.
And if you hit this water in Talent Trot, you actually sink and you can swim in this little tunnel.
It's really cool.
Which otherwise you need the walrus for.
Yep.
And you take a bunch of damage, which sets you up for a death warp you can do off of this ice cube near the honeycomb. And that'll be it for Freezy Peak Secret. Meanwhile, Mooseman is about to transform into the walrus.
Yep. Okay. It's gonna be going for the eye jiggy.
This whole flying section, he's going to try to stay in flight while getting the Mad Monster and Freezy Peak Witch Switch Jiggies.
Yes.
And I think, yeah, Secret goes for the Freezy Peak one first, and then ends on the eye.
You know, I've never seen anyone else do that.
I guess if you're just not confident in it, then you don't. He just doesn't want to risk losing like 45 seconds.
Gotcha. That's fine. All right.
That's a really interesting beak bomb angle.
Yeah.
And
Very
then
good.
I think, yeah, he's just gonna beak bomb to the loading zone here. I don't actually know how much slower that is, but I guess if you really don't want to land. Mooseman, though, oh, he almost got the right leg strat. Wow. He almost got it. Just barely missed the jiggy, so he's probably gonna have to waste some time later to detour for that.
Alright.
Mooseman's got some balls going for that in the tournament,
Agreed.
that's for sure.
Agreed.
He just barely missed that note, but that's okay, he can get it as Banjo.
Yes.
And Secret opening Rusty Bucket Bay. This is where you would normally go for these present notes as Walrus, but he already got them, so he's just gonna cruise right along and win Boggy.
Yes.
Win Boggy, right?
He's gonna win Boggy. It's a good thing he
It's a
win to Boggy. No, I gotcha. Alright, so with Rusty Bucket Bay can be very treacherous, particularly the engine room, which will come up shortly.
This first room is really annoying. Camera is locked. The angles are really hard to make
Yes.
these jumps. And these chomp guys can hit you, but he did it kind of an interesting way and didn't take too long, so not too bad.
Right.
So there's a fast cycle that you can get in this room based off these rotating platforms, but I'm guessing that he's probably gonna take it nice and slow and make sure he doesn't die here.
Most likely, yes.
Okay. Guy didn't get in his way.
That's always a good sign. You don't want the Grublin to be standing there.
Now after you get hit, you have some invincibility frames, so Secret is going to use those to get through these fans.
Yes.
Alright, got through the first one.
Good, good.
And he's safe.
Right, very good.
And if you approach this glass here at a certain angle, you can just clip right through the wall. And he got it pretty quick. That was fast.
Good.
He is at 3 health though, which is a little scary.
Right, because with all the Champas, you know, they take 2 health instead of 1.
Which, the chomp enemies are interesting because they have a biting animation that does the 2 damage, and then after that is done, if you just touch them normally, it still only does the 1.
Right, interesting.
And Secret's got plenty of time because he got the clip so fast that he can get this propeller jiggy before they turn back on.
Right, definitely.
Mooseman turning in the presents. And Secret detouring a little bit there so he doesn't drown. The oil
Right,
taking
the
away
toxic water.
at, yeah, double speed there.
Yep.
Doesn't want to mess around with these chomps. It's yeah, that was probably a good idea. Didn't want to be at 3 health.
Yeah. We'll be racing Boggy. Yeah, so you just rat-a-tat rap to the witch switch, and normally it's not too bad. Oh,
And
no!
Mooseman lost the race, going for
No.
the left leg. I didn't see it. Did he go for the jiggy, or did he leave it there? Or I didn't quite see it.
We'll have to see what happens.
But that's not a really bad time loss there.
No, it's not too awful.
And it is a good thing that Secret went for that health because he got hit by Boombox twice there, and he would have been at 1 health otherwise. Something that he tried going for, but missed it, is called a damage cancel. If you actually get hit at the same time that you touch a jiggy, you just completely skip the dance. But the timing is really strict, and he missed it there. Alright. Mooseman is safe, you won the race.
Right. Yeah, so in this locker room, I know SecretHumorMan, he doesn't go for that token, so he does it a bit differently than normal.
Oh, he's struggling a little bit on the top there.
Right.
I don't actually know what he does in this room, let's see. Oh, I see, okay, he just kills all the chomps, just to be safe. Now, if you, you talked about slope glitch, right?
Actually, I didn't get to, so you can go ahead and take it.
Okay, so slope glitch, if your shadow touches flat ground, it actually resets this internal timer in the game where you have about 1 second before you slide down a slope. So if you're crossing the slope and you touch your shadow over flat ground, it resets it, and then you can keep going. And if you use that on those slopes on the side, you can actually cross without touching the water at all. But it requires some tricky movement. And Secret opting to not go for lifeboat jump. You can jump over from the crane directly onto the lifeboat on the side of the boat, but the jump is really tight, and if you miss it, you lose like 30 seconds. So you just decide to not go for it.
Yep.
And, oh, is that... That's a really interesting kitchen route, but...
Yeah, I guess he does it a different way. Alright.
Alright, using the gold feathers here to just kill everything.
Right. If you're low health in this room, you'll probably want to kill the enemies.
Now you can use... Go ahead.
Yeah, he uses the pipe, although you can use that little lifeboat holder thing, but he's afraid of falling into the water. It happens.
I did that in one of my races.
Yeah, I've done it too. You don't want that to happen, so he's just playing it safe by getting up there with the pipe.
Yep. So that part right there where he was climbing the smokestacks kind of gets a little bit laggy. And if you know SM64 at all, a lot of people end up accidentally ground pounding on Bowser's sub because it gets really laggy. And a way that you can avoid that is when you're climbing ladders, if you just hold the Z button, it doesn't actually affect anything. And so when you flutter at the top of the ladder, you can just flutter and then press C left and you'll just get into talent trap and you have absolutely no risk of accidentally ground pounding.
Okay.
So that's a little trick that people can use.
Nice. So
Man making his way into the puzzle.
So I was gonna ask you, Brad, for that navigation room, is there really a chance you can soft walk in there?
There is some really weird thing in that room with like the enemies, and if you get hit
Right.
in a certain way, like a few people have crashed the game somehow. I'm not really sure why that happens.
Right, I just figured I'd ask. I've never seen it, but I've heard people say it's happened to them, etc. So.
I think it's happened to Martin. I think he has a highlight of it. It's happened to a couple other people too.
Them seaman grublins.
So, Secret heading into the anchor room, which
Yes.
I actually died in here last time. Hopefully
Yeah,
he's okay.
I saw you die in it, dude. Not good.
So he's gonna make sure he gets these 100 notes.
Right.
And he doesn't have to collect any again if he dies. Right. Freeing Snorkel. And Mooseman heading into engine room, so he's still within a level of Secret.
Right.
And he made it through anchor room just fine. He's got plenty of health. 3 health here is pretty good. You can take one hit in the next room and be set up for a death warp.
Yes.
You wanna talk about the Jinjo skip? Uh-oh, Mooseman just fell in engine room. That's unfortunate. I think he was kind of mashing A and just kind of got a short jump there. Okay, he didn't get the skip.
What is it? That little buoy? You can wait until it hits its lowest point, jump on the jiggy, and you won't get the dance, right?
Right.
Okay.
You have to... The jiggy makes it like, you know, the spawning sound, and then after it's done, it's actually able to be collected, but for a little while before that, you can't. So you have to wait, and then when the buoy is at its lowest point, if you jump onto the jiggy without actually doing anything else, the game doesn't register that you're on ground until you touch the ground or do any other like animation. So the game still thinks you're in the water and it just skips the dance.
Okay.
So that's an interesting little way to skip the jiggy, and he death warps off the chomp enemy, and he's done with Rusty Bucket Pay. Mooseman looks like he's gonna play it really safe here. He doesn't want to die again.
Want that.
And Secret has to go into the Click-Clock Wood area to hit the puzzle switch, which makes the podium appear next to near the TTC area.
Right.
And Mooseman, ooh, he made it.
Okay. He got double tapped, so...
Yeah, if you're not quick enough to get through the fan, you can get hit again, and sometimes it knocks you a really weird direction. Alright, he's good.
Good. SecretHumorMan did not opt to do the leaf jump, so...
Yeah, the leaf right there above that little tunnel that you come out of, there's a backflip that you can do to get onto it, but it's relatively precise, and sometimes it just doesn't seem to want to work.
It's annoying, definitely.
Yep. It's only like 5 seconds faster, 5 or 6 seconds, so if you miss it twice, you're pretty much losing time over doing it normally.
Definitely.
And he got a really, really deep quick dive there.
Nice.
Alright, Mooseman's got plenty of time for the propellers. And Secret's opening up Click Clock Wood. Last level, best level in the game.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, but...
Alright, what is it then?
Oh man, I really like Mad Monster Mansion, I gotta say.
That is probably my second favorite for the speedrun. I think Mooseman might have just gotten a mid-air jump there. That's actually interesting. So if you jump at the very end of your slide, there's one frame where you can do so. Even if you're not actually above ground, you can jump. And it looked like he got that there. Couldn't really tell because it was so close to the edge.
Okay. Alright, so SecretHumorMan talked to Brentilda so he could... I'm pretty sure they both use Furnace Fun Calculator, so...
Did you explain Furnace Fun Calculator yet?
I didn't get to, so feel free to. You'd probably be better at it. Go ahead.
Sure, so the name is slipping me right now. Feel bad, but someone found all the Furnace Fun patterns and programmed a calculator that calculates the most likely option for every question, for running questions, because they're random. And when you talk to Brentilda, you can enter in your answers, and it'll start eliminating down to the possible remaining patterns.
Okay.
It's not, foolproof. You can still get unlucky and get a really rare pattern that has a bunch of unlikely answers, but it definitely creates. I think after 8 questions, a foolproof win to get your pattern. So instead of just blindly guessing at the answers.
Yes. Smasher said it's I can't pronounce his name. Bonapartes created it.
Oh, Bonapartes. It's not fuzzy.
No. No. Alright, SecretHumorMan is in spring, so he's gonna climb up the tree so he can open summer and open Irie, or Irie, or whatever.
Season has their own switch to open it, and there's one puzzle that spans all 4 seasons with the bird Irie here. So he's gonna break the egg, and then in summer and fall has to feed him a bunch of worms, and then he'll get a Jiggy in winter.
Right, so Irie's gotta be the most time-consuming Jiggy, right?
By far, yes.
Okay.
I think the Irie cutscene alone is 30 seconds or so, and then collecting all the worms and just going all the way up there just for the egg. Quite a bit of time. Now, you can actually do this route a little differently, but Secret is going to do it where he gets the flower Jiggy in fall like you normally do. Oh, Moose Man really close to death here.
Yeah.
There's a ramp that SecretHumorMan just climbed, and you can actually use that to clip out of bounds if you get in Talon Trot and build up speed at the end, the bottom of the ramp.
Right.
But that's part of the other route, and he doesn't need to do that.
Right.
Right, Moose Man opting also not to do lifeboat jump.
He's gonna want to not take fall damage here.
Yeah, he needs to flutter. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
It's possible to avoid that little cutscene there where you kill the bird if you don't kill any at all, but that requires really, really good play throughout the entire level, and
Right.
it's only a few seconds, so it's good to play it safe sometimes and not worry about that cutscene. And Moose Man getting some extra health.
Good, good.
SecretHumorMan's got 5 gold feathers here, which is good. He needs about 4 for fall.
Right.
Near bear notes.
Oh, he's
Moose
gotta be
Man.
careful.
Come on. Okay.
Alright.
He's gonna get. Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a little sketchy.
Yeah. So sometimes you can go for a rat-a-tat-rap on that chomp enemy, and he just kills you anyways. So he gold feathered there, which is really smart.
Yes.
Moose Man also going for the pipe jump instead of the lifeboat hoist.
Okay.
This is also another short little quest kind of thing in this level that spans multiple seasons. If you free Naughty here and get him in his house, he'll have a Jiggy waiting for you when you go find him in fall. And he has to get 5 worms for Irie in summer and then 10 in fall.
Yes.
There's an old route that got that Jiggy on the side of the tree there, like after the summer house, and it jumped down and then shock spring back up, but it turns out it's actually faster to just climb the side of the tree, but it is kind of easy to fall off the leaves, so you have to be careful.
Right. Right. I remember that route.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, Moose Man heading into the last couple minutes of Rusty Bucket Bay here. Doing alright, staying alive.
Yes.
And Secret did not go for summer jump, did he?
He did not. Oh, King Friday. Yeah.
Alright, Moose Man heading into Anchor Room. I don't know how much health he has.
I believe how much health do you have to have for it to show on the screen?
Right, right. So I think 3. So I think he must have more than 3.
Okay. it'll show on the screen.
Yeah, all the time rather than only when you like take a damage or something.
Right.
Alright, SecretHumorMan heading into fall.
Fall is, I would say, pretty long compared to the other seasons, right? It's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Fall is like 7 minutes or something if you're fast with the soft lock, or without the soft lock route. And summer is like 4 something minutes, so it's quite a bit longer. There's a lot of notes. Most of the notes in the level are in fall. 4 of them being like all the way over here in Mumbo's hut. Gotta detour pretty far out of the way. But there is a worm in here, so that's pretty good for routing. And I'm not sure what Mooseman is doing. Oh, he forgot the Jiggy.
Right. Oh, you want to grab that snorkel Jiggy. I've done that before, a long time ago, but...
Yeah, okay, so now he has to be worried about his air. If he's going to be going into this room and Snacker is going to hit him, he needs to surface immediately when he enters this room.
He does.
Okay. Alright, he's alright.
Good.
And Secret's probably going to get the naughty Jiggy in fall. You can get it in winter if you want to. Saves a little bit of time. Oh, he's going to get it in winter. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess he does a different way of doing it. Because if I remember correctly, SecretHumorMan...
Alright, well that worked. I think he was above the honeycomb there.
Agreed. Yeah, so what I was going to say was SecretHumorMan doesn't do winter clips, if I remember correctly. He doesn't do either of them.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Alright. Hopefully Mooseman will do them so that we can show those off in this race.
Because winter clips are cool.
Yep. Found by Smasher32 and Red Jinjo.
Yep. Just something random to say is that Mumbo is only in spring, right? He's always doing something else in the other.
Winter he's gone, and then summer he's
on vacation, or what is he doing? Oh no, he's tanning, isn't he?
He's tanning, yeah, that's right. And then in fall he's sweeping leaves.
Okay.
Mooseman also not going for leaf jump. He's pretty good on feathers. You need a lot of feathers for winter, especially if you are going to do the winter clips.
Yes.
Which are,
sure
that we're referencing, are done with flying. And Secret will be going for the treehouse Jiggy here. Oh, okay. So he routed that worm into his route after he got that Jiggy, which is smart. I didn't notice what worm he skipped that we usually get.
I didn't notice either, to be honest.
I think it might have been the one in summer after Irie.
Oh, like on the branch?
Yeah, those are the one below you. I think he skipped that one and opted to get that one next to the treehouse. Now these acorns have really crappy hitboxes, so we'll see how they treat
they do.
Secret here.
You have to get right up in them.
Alright.
got the one in midair, which is the most difficult one.
Alright, Mooseman also talked to Brentilda, so using the calculator.
Click-Clock Wood actually going pretty decent for SecretHumorMan, not too many mistakes.
I would say so, yes.
And Mooseman heading into Click-Clock Wood.
Basically, what you don't want to have happen in Click Clock Wood would be falling off the tree. That's a major mistake that can happen. Or dying, of course, which can also happen.
Yeah. You can get past those birds there without actually killing them, using Slope Glitch, actually.
Yeah.
But he decides to just kill them, be safe, he's got the lead, doesn't need to lose it.
Right.
He's got his 10 worms, and now time for like a 1-minute cutscene. And fall is a pretty laggy season, so he wants to have a decent camera angle when he's feeding Irie here, or it just takes a lot longer, and it looks like it's not too bad. Yes.
Irie, among other things, causes lag and fall.
If you go into fall and you don't have the flower grown, it also is like way less laggy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and 100% that'll always be the case. But for any percent, anyone who runs that will notice that fall is way less laggy.
Okay, interesting.
And looks like Secret is going to not do the fall clip. He's gotten everything, but there's a clip that you can do, like I mentioned in spring, at the bottom of that ramp there.
Little fall clip.
And it voids you out, and the programmers decided that if you break their game, that you shouldn't be punished for it. And when you void out of bounds, it just brings you back to the entrance of the level with all your notes and Jinjos, which is convenient for routing because in this level the lobby is what connects all the seasons. But Secret decided to not go for it.
I mean, I think he should, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
He should try it. It's not that bad.
It's not. You just have to get used to your camera angle that you need to get. It works much easier with certain camera angles, and you can almost just hold like straight forward and it works.
Yes.
And now finally completing the Irie puzzle. For the Jiggy, he's gonna try to collect it in flight and not land.
Yes.
And he missed.
Uh-oh. Yep.
And
he landed,
unfortunately. Yep. He was going to beak bomb up to that door up at the top here afterwards, but he's just gonna climb up like this.
Okay.
The nice thing about that Jiggy at first is it's kind of bouncing, so you don't have to get quite as close to the ground, but if you miss it once, then it's right there, and it's also laggy, so
yes, it is.
It's a lot harder to grab it and stay in flight. And that Jiggy in the room with the whip cracks is there in every season, but winter is the fastest season to grab it because you can just beak bomb up to the very top rather than climbing all of those ramps.
Okay, that makes sense.
And since we mentioned that Secret does not go for winter clips, he's going to just swim over to Naughty's here. There's actually a flying clip you can do when you are up higher on the tree and aim downwards and beak bomb, and you'll clip out of bounds through the tree, and it puts you just about right in Naughty's house. And you can grab the honeycomb and do another beak bomb and clip out of bounds as well, void, and finish the season, which saves about 45 seconds in total. But he's going to grab these honeycomb and the jiggy and perform what's called ice clip, where he swims into this ramp nearby and then swims upwards, and it just clips you right through the
little ice sheet.
Yep. And he did it really quick there.
That's good.
That's
good.
actually, it's really a simple trick, but if you don't approach it at the right angle, you will not clip and you risk drowning, because similar to Rusty Bucket Bay, the cold water drains your air at double the speed.
Yes.
So if you aren't going to get the clip, you need to readjust your angle, and if you don't have enough time, then you can die. So that's actually, it's good that he got it. Running out of spots to die, which is always good.
Yeah, of course.
Mooseman opening up fall, staying steady. Secret getting the jiggy at the very top. And there's a smasher strat that you can do here, but Secret decided to not go for it. Just poop an egg.
Is the smasher strat rat-a-tat wrapping it and then
Yes.
flying in? Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I can do that. I've tried. I don't think I can do it.
It's tricky.
You gotta spam.
Especially because it's a bit laggy there as well. The particle effect of the snow in fall and winter both cause quite a bit of lag. And Secret's done with winter, so all he's got to do is collect a few more notes and transform into the bee.
Talk a little bit about how it feels to control the bee, because it's not fun.
It's not. Especially for those any % runners out there, they really know.
Yeah, they have to deal with it much more.
There's really no way of quickly descending. Oh, Mooseman doing an interesting strat here to get the jiggy. So if you shoot an egg behind this house, it extends your hitbox forward a little bit, and you just grab the jiggy through the wall.
Really cool.
So that's an alternate to getting the jiggy in fall. Holding B as the B makes you go faster, and A gives you a bunch of height. It's really tricky because it kind of makes you go up a set distance, and there really isn't much you can do about it. So if you go too high, you waste around like 4 seconds to
Yes.
land. And Secret, you just fly right into the side of the beehive, you clip out of bounds like that, and like I said earlier, you void right to the entrance, and he's got everything, so he's done, and he's gonna get this last
Layer jiggy.
layer jiggy there, yep, and head on into Furnace Fun.
Oh boy.
It's not quite so fun sometimes.
No.
Mooseman done with summer. Now, normally in Furnace Fun, you have to reach the last death square, and when you get it right, a long credit sequence starts, but there's a skip where you can get a death square wrong intentionally, and it knocks you back onto the board. The game thinks you're dead, and then you can just walk right along to the end, because all the invisible walls around the questions disappear, and you can just walk right past the last question, skip the credits, and head on to the final battle. So that's what Secret's going to be doing here. He can do it on one of two death squares. One of them is a lot easier than the other.
Yes. And I think it's funny because whoever wins this match, if I'm correct, they face our Obliterator, and he's the one who found the skip. So
That's right. Arb found it on the more difficult death square, actually, which makes it that much more amazing that he found it anyways. Mooseman taking advantage of, or trying to take advantage of an interesting property of these snare bears that, like, behind their eyes, their hitbox doesn't actually exist. So if you do the ground pound recoil invincibility, you can grab the notes without getting hit. Because he was low on dead gold feathers there, but he kind of struggled a little bit to get it. And should probably explain that there's a Joker question.
yes.
And the Joker questions can have any question on it. And if you get a grunny question, you really are, just kind of
Better hope you get it right.
You better
hope you get it right.
Yeah, the Joker cards are extremely useful because they let you skip the timer questions, which are really, really slow.
Right, you need the Joker. If you somehow get the question wrong for Joker, you better just kill yourself, basically, and just restart.
Try it again. And he's only got one more grunny question left. He's most likely got close to his pattern. That's a really good question to get because for the jigsaws there, you can answer the questions faster if the questions have fewer characters in them.
Okay.
And so now he's going to go for the Furnace Fun skip. He's positioning himself in a certain spot, and he got a picture question. He's going to get it wrong, and hopefully if he gets it right, he will land on the square, which he did, and he can just walk right past everything.
Skips the fake credits and goes right to fighting Grunty. So that was good that he got it.
And he's on pace for like a 2:17. He's almost on PB pace, I think.
Right, because his current PB is 2:17.25, so it looks like he's doing really good for this race.
Mooseman spawning the flower jiggy. And Secret grabbing the 100 eggs. Let's see if he gets the feathers. Nope, he's gonna skip the feathers, and he unfortunately got the dingpot text, but that's not too bad. And the grunny fight has several phases. The first phase, he's going to use the ground pound invincibility to have grunny just fly right through him, and he's going to poop eggs onto this little, near this little protrusion here, and she runs into it, and after 4 hits, she fires a green spell, which is a homing missile. And now he's got to hit her with 3 eggs on each of the corners of the arena.
Yep.
Followed by a flying section where he has to get 4 beak bombs. You want to talk about how hard the beak bombs are?
So, like, the flying section, to me, that's the most nerve-wracking, hardest part of the Grunty fight, and you really want to get that first beak bomb.
Yep. He's got 10 feathers to work with. Gets the first one. Got the second.
Yes.
Oh, she started doing some weird movement there, but he still got it.
That's good. Good, he got him. Good.
If you miss one, it's just don't really know what she's gonna do, and
It gets
because
sketchy.
yeah, the beak bomb has a charge up, so you kind of have to aim where she's gonna be, and it's hard to predict that sometimes. Now this Jinjo statue is gonna pop out of the ground, and he's gonna poop eggs here and try to get a skip, which he just barely missed. He was a little bit too far forward.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had gotten the eggs into that statue, it would have played the two cutscenes at the same time. And you just got to shoot eggs into these little Jinjo statues. All the colors except for blue. Alright, and you got all of them. Now normally you have to wait for the Jinjo to spin around Banjo's head and then it flies at her, but if you just stand right underneath her, it can just hit her like you just did there.
Right,
Much
doing
quicker.
that and jumping makes it, yeah, like you said, much quicker to do it that way.
And while she's shooting at Banjo here, he has to make sure not to get hit or else she starts the cycle over and keeps shooting until the green spell comes out. And now he just has to shoot 5 eggs into each of the 4 sides of the Jinjonator here, and he's done.
Yes.
And so it looks like he will probably PB here by a little
Oh,
bit.
wow.
Really close to a 216, but he's not going to get it.
Not quite.
Similarly here also, if he gets hit, the cycle starts again. She doesn't shoot the green spell. And Secret is done. Oh, nope. Now he's done.
Alright, he got that
so
PB.
You got a PB.
Awesome. He got a 20-second PB.
Good for him in the
Congrats.
tournament.
Of course. Awesome work. Awesome work.
Great job, Secret. You know, just taking it easy sometimes, not going for all the super fast stuff, but he
gets it done, though.
He does get it done.
Gets it done.
I don't actually know what Moose Man's PB is. I'm gonna look that up because I'm curious.
Right, I have it here. If I'm not incorrect, it's a 2:33:21. So.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw that Secret was like a minute behind early in the run, so that's just proof, ladies and gentlemen, that resetting at the very beginning of a Banjo run constantly is not a good idea. You don't get late game practice, and you're probably losing more time in the late game than you think.
You know, I'm so glad you said that, Brad. It's so true. It can be tempting to reset a lot, but you just have to endure. You get in that mid-late game practice. It just helps all over, which is what Secret demonstrates regularly.
Yeah.
So.
And Moose Man is going for the fall clip here that I was talking about earlier. He needs to get the right camera angle and build up speed, and he got it.
Awesome. That clip is really interesting.
So now he's heading into winter. And Moose Man, he might be able to still PB. It's going to be close.
All right, because I didn't really notice too many bad things, but he did die in Engine Room, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was... he died at the early part of Engine Room, so not quite as bad of a time loss as it could have been.
Could have been worse, yes.
Still around a minute, something lost, and he almost falls off there, but manages to flutter back onto the platform. Alright, heading up to the top door here. Let's, I think he's doing the... Oh, that was a funny ground pound there. I think he's doing the Winter Clips route, so we'll be able to see.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, he's actually opting to not go for the Irie Jiggy in the air.
Interesting.
I think he did that to conserve feathers, maybe?
Possibly. Not quite sure.
I'm not sure how many feathers he has. Oh. He's got plenty of feathers. What he could have done there is he could have just jumped down from the branches on top of Mumbo's hut, but I guess that works too. And he gets the skip there on the top Jiggy. Poop an egg at the window. This actually gets a little scary right here because this snowman is chucking snowballs at you.
Yeah,
and he just barely fell, but that's okay. He can use this flight pad here, and he doesn't have to actually use any feathers to get into this room.
Nope,
So
no feathers needed.
Alright, now we're coming up at the end of winter, so he's going to fly at this window actually again and do a beak bomb downwards, and if he does it right, it should clip him out of bounds and into the middle of the tree. Alright, he needs one more token for the bee. She can get in spring.
Yes.
He was a little bit off center, unfortunately, but he can try again. The old setup for the winter clip, you actually did by the door at the top, and if you miss it there, it's a long way back to another flight pad. Alright, he clips out of bounds.
There you go.
And now he's going to go for this honeycomb and he's going to try not to land, and then he's going to try for one more clip here. And he unfortunately does not get the second one. So he has to do ice clip like Secret did earlier to escape and finish winter. Otherwise he would have been able to just void out and be right back in the lobby.
Right.
Actually, he's even opting to not do ice clip.
The ice clip, that's not a fun time, so he's probably just playing it safe.
Yep. And he's gonna head out of winter. Unfortunately, I think he's not on PB pace anymore. So I guess I can explain what I meant earlier by the soft lock route.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you can actually spawn the Flower Jiggy in spring. He's got to be careful here. He's got 3 health, and the birds also do 2 damage. For some reason, the game still takes eggs in spring if you re-enter it into the flower. And so you can hit Gobi once, and then you can come back to spring in spring 2, and you can spawn the Jiggy. But because the game doesn't expect you to spawn the Jiggy in spring, it goes to some kind of a default camera angle that I think is just equivalent to the one in fall, but because there's no Gobi cutscene that it's expecting to go back to give control back to Banjo, it just never gives control back. But if you get damaged during the cutscene, you can actually move. So if you break the beehive in spring nearby the flower and use those flying bees to damage Banjo, you can move during the cutscene. Now the trick is that you can't see where you're going. So you have to memorize the movement and make your way to Mumbo's hut without being able to see where you're going.
It's blind.
If you do this, you can completely skip having to hit Gobi and fall and detour to pick up the spring flower or the flower Jiggy in fall after the nest, which is a pretty big detour. And you can simply pick it up on your way into the beehive in spring. This also requires that you do the spring clip in spring 1. And so it's a much more difficult route. It makes sense that these guys didn't go for it. But I thought I would explain it because it's a kind of a cool concept.
Oh, it's definitely cool, but like you said, can be very intimidating, and it looks pretty difficult because you have to get those inputs correctly.
Yep. And with SGDQ coming up in a month, should be mentioned that strat will be shown off, and it's the first time that it's ever been done. So,
oh yes,
you guys should be excited for SGDQ with Stiv running the game. And Mooseman heading into Furnace Fun. We'll see how the RNG treats him here. Alright, you got a music question on the Joker? Probably doing some calculator action here, trying to see
right.
what the most likely answer is.
Right.
Got it right, okay. A little trick with those number questions is often the answer is most likely the middle one. So 3, 4, or 5. The answer was 4. That's usually the case, but not always.
Right, not always, but it's a good thing to know. You're right. It's usually the
Death Square also like a Joker, and he gets a picture question, so hopefully he knows that one is treasure trove. Yep.
good, good.
He answered that one really fast. Wow, and he got it right. Okay.
Yeah, the reason is because it's one of the questions Brentilda told him.
Oh, that's
so
right.
He might have already
That's
just...
right. That's right.
Yeah, it's always good when Grunty asks the question that Brentilda already told you, so you already should have it in your mind.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Fastest Brentilda to talk to is actually the one next to the Treasure Trove Cove puzzle, because it requires no detour at all. She's literally right in your path. Whereas the one next to Click Clock Wood Puzzle requires you to move out of the way a little bit. However, the answers for the one by the Click Clock Wood Puzzle are, I'm not sure what he's doing here. Oh, he's probably doing some calculator stuff. The answers for the questions by the Click Clock Wood Puzzle are more likely to give you fewer remaining patterns.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's why we use it there normally, right?
Alright, hopefully he's far down enough.
I hope so too.
Might have been too high. Okay, he just
Okay.
barely...
He made it.
Yeah, he barely got that, but he made it, and he's
Otherwise,
runny.
otherwise you have to do it all over again. Time.
So for the infamous Dora Grunny here, you can actually do a trick to skip it completely.
Oh,
with a
yes.
Mid-air jump, you can run into the side of the door, and it gives you, the game can clip you through the wall, and it gives you 1 frame to jump. And if you jump at the right angle, you can just jump right around the door and skip it, which saves about 15 seconds in 100% and allows for the possibility of better any percent category than just skip 6 jiggies. So that's a really cool trick that you can see in an any percent category.
Yes.
Alright. A bad first phase. And oh, Grunty actually, wow. So depending on where Grunty gets hit at the end of the first phase, she can take a slightly different path to the next spot. And sometimes it goes right over that spot that he was standing, and he unfortunately got knocked off. And he has to restart the fight.
Yep. You can use audio cues here. Like, I always wait for her little laugh.
Right, yeah. Audio cues in this game are really useful. Stiv said he uses visual cues for a lot of things, but I find that a combination of the two is probably the best thing, depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it is preference. Like, for example, the Jiggy Skip and Mumbo's Mountain, I like to use an audio cue.
Okay.
Based off of like the Jiggy spawn sound, but Stiv goes for a visual cue. And Moose-man showing here that these fireballs actually have a little bit of a delayed hitbox. So the explosion kind of sticks around a little bit. And he didn't cancel the text here. The text canceling and the bottle's text getting to a certain point is actually what spawns that flight pad. And okay, he got the first beak bomb, although he broke the #1 rule of the flight section, which is don't aim down. The reason being, if you miss and you hit the floor, you can just die sliding off very easily.
Yes. Definitely don't want to aim down.
And just barely misses that beak bomb there.
She's on her 4th phase, right? Normally, as she's throwing the fireballs.
No,
good.
he's got... Oh no, he's done. Yeah, so he got all 4.
Okay. That last phase she does in the flying section is easier to hit because she's throwing 4 fireballs, so she usually just stands there and you can aim right at her.
Yeah. He's standing pretty close. He's not
Yeah,
going
it's
to
a
get
little
the
too
skip
close.
there. Actually on top of the statue.
Ah.
A good example there is, that'd be a good spot for a visual cue, like standing on the floor in a certain spot.
Right.
Although the ground all looks really similar, so you got to really pay attention to where you're standing.
Right. You want to get to the right of that grate after you're done with the flight section to get that little cutscene if you're trying for it.
Yep, it always starts on the orange Jinjo. All right, coming up on the last phase.
Mm-hmm.
And just the Ginginator left, so looks like he's gonna get about a 236.50 something.
Just about. Yep.
Mooseman kept it going for the most part, but struggled a little bit in the last two levels, and Secret got quite a bit of a lead. Secret played pretty well. He got a PB.
Yeah, it's great to see. Great to see.
And Mooseman is done.
Alright, there
Low
you go.
237. So Secret was the favorite here, but this is a banjo race, anything can happen. But Secret plays it safe, and he clinched the win. Moving on to face our Obliterator next, who has also pretty good time.
Oh yes.
209. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and glad I could.
Make sure
co-commentate
to
with
follow SecretHumorMan and Mooseman. Yeah,
Yep.
agreed.
I think Mooseman might be going to SGDQ. I'm not sure, but I think SecretHumorMan is most likely going to be sitting behind the couch at SGDQ, so you'll see him there.
Yeah.
And I think I'll head out. Thanks for having me.
Yep, me too.
See ya, everyone.